This is Priya. Welcome to my channel on generative AI applications. Today I want to talk about a new model on Hugging Face called Idefics model. This is a state-of-the-art visual language model. I tested this out and I found it was quite good on few short new tasks, and it performed quite well. So a little bit basics on the model. So this is a model sort of like, you can think of this as an LLM where you can actually send in text, but you can also send in images, and it can look at them both while chatting. So this model is based on a state-of-the-art model that DeepMind built called Flamingo, for which they did not release the code or the data. So Hugging Face did the work of creating an open source data set that they've described in this blog, as well as they kind of built this model. Let's quickly look through the Flamingo model that DeepMind released. So more details in their paper, but it seems to be sort of an LLM architecture with a powerful vision encoder that freezes the embeddings. So where this model shines is that it performs really well on few short learning tasks. They tested this on a lot of different multimodal data sets, and they found that it does quite well in generalizing to new tasks, and that's where the power of this kind of model lies. And they actually thought of this as a general purpose model that will, the kind of models that I expect will be in the future. They'll combine text and images seamlessly in sort of chatting with us. Okay, awesome. So Hugging Face released this model in two sizes, the 9B and the 80B model. They also released a playground where you can load in the 80B model and run it on a upgraded CPU. So I tested this model on a couple of things. So I tested this on just giving it images of food items from the web, and I generally found it did very well. So for example, I gave this image of a taco kind of dish and I asked it how, what is this and how to make it, and it did a pretty good job of like kind of giving me an idea of how to make this. It's amazing. It detected like olives, jalapenos, green onions, all of that stuff in the image, and was able to add that to the recipe. The second one I gave is a fairly difficult to detect open-ended thing, but it sort of thought of this as a potato dish with a stuffed potato with a bunch of stuff inside, and it made a recipe for that. I also found that it did very well on just images of places, right? So this is an image of Lake Moraine in Canada, and it was able to identify that correctly, and it gave me instructions on how to get there. Similarly, I found that it does quite well on like even images like this is the Arches National Park. So I do think this model can be very useful in different applications where you are interacting with users, like visual text applications with respect to travel or to recipes, and I'm sure people will find a lot of other uses for it. Okay, awesome. I was also able to get this model up and running on a basic Colab T4. I will share this notebook along with this video, and it has instructions for how to run the 9B instruct model on a T4. The key here is to load the model in 4-bit quantization, because that allows it to load on a single GPU here. Okay, the input to the model is basically an image and a question. That's how I kind of built it out. The image is a PIL object, so the code converts input images into that format. And then I built a simple Gradio interface for people to just use here to drag and drop and run this. So very cool. I hope you like this, and please share in your comments interesting things that you think the model can be used for. Thank you. Bye.